Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome to Season 2 of Vampyre Clan in ClanGen. In the last episode, Eagle Dawn found himself some blue jay feathers for his coat, and the vampires went out in some interesting patrols, finding abandoned kitty pets and lost vampire hunter apprentices. We are now picking up on the first turn of New Leaf, and it is Moon 96, so let's dive in and take a look at what happens next. Okay, it might not seem like much, but some things have definitely been happening in the clan. Fornest had a bad fall while taking a walk through the territory and comes back to camp sore. I'm not sure if he's okay to go out on patrols or not, I'll have to check. Sunnypaw's white cough is gone, which is amazing, and I'm so happy for him. And then, something very unexpected happened, because Snappaw saved Master Quiet Flight, her mentor, from a fox, but was hurt. This means that Quiet Flight's attentions is getting through to Snappaw, trying to shape her to become a better cat and a better vampire, because she put herself on the line for someone else. But in the process, she was hurt, which is surprising because she was doing very well in the last episode in terms of being the best fledgling in her batch, but now she's injured and that's going to take her back. So Sunnypaw is going to have a chance to catch up to his sister Snappaw. This does mean that Pumpkinpaw is going to have an advantage, and I don't know guys, unless something happens to Pumpkinpaw, she might end up becoming a princess. She's going to have an advantage over both her siblings. But what does it look like? Fornest is okay to go out on patrols. Sunnypaw will go out on a patrol for the first time, but Snappaw, she is going to be held back. Okay, let's go over to the medicine cat den. Yeah, she has a bite wound. Please don't die. Sunnypaw was given Tansy as treatment for white cough, and then he recovered. Marigold was used to stop blood loss for Snappaw. And then Sunnytail gathered cobwebs and ragwort this moon. I hope that bite wound doesn't become infected and she doesn't die from it, because she is very young. Okay, let's go to relationships. Bloomer Eyes brought Grandmaster Bluestar some dry bedding. Grandmaster Bluestar likes to sit near Ibis Freckle during conversations. Master Quiet Flight's good morning to Burnleaf meant a lot to him. Bloomer Eyes is upset after spending the day with Burnleaf's bad attitude. Ibis Freckle mentions that Master Quiet Flight looks good today. Oh, I can totally see Ibis Freckle saying to Quiet Flight that she looks good because Snappaw stepped in to save her. I mean, she might be saying it in a sarcastic way, but I don't think Quiet Flight is gonna want to take it sarcastically because a part of her does feel guilty that Snappaw had to get hurt in that process, and I don't think she wants to entertain any sort of attitude or give, Ibis Freckle fodder. And Ibis Freckle will totally be saying, you keep telling her to stay away from me, but despite us hanging out all the time, she's doing something which you consider to be redeemable, good. So am I really a bad influence? Master Quiet Flight and Pumpkinpaw heckled another clan at the gathering together. You guys should not be heckling the Vampire Hunter clans. Sunnytail is happy to run into Grandmaster Bluestar today. Pumpkinpaw gives Sunnytail a big piece of fresh kill. Ibis Freckle helps Pumpkinpaw figure out how to word something. Ibis Freckle wants to spend some time with friends, but all of them have plans with Pumpkinpaw. Fornest is grateful for something Sunnypaw did. Fornest doesn't see why Snappaw is upset about something trivial. You know what? Fornest might feel as though Snappaw feeling as though she's missing out on patrols is very trivial, given the fact that her life, she saved someone's life, and that's bigger than adventure. But Snappaw might not see it the same way. To her, it's a big deal to kind of fall back on experience, whereas Fornest, he's got other things in perspective. He's thinking about the life of the clan as a whole. So missing out a few moons is nothing too big. Losing the title of princess is nothing too big as long as you survive and your master survives. But yeah, Snappaw obviously doesn't feel the same. Bloomer Eyes insults one of Eagle Dawn's insecurities. Bloomer Eyes! You guys were mated at one point. And I thought you guys had a decent friendship going on. Like, this is surprising behavior. And I don't think this is good behavior. I'm wondering if Eagle Dawn is a little bit insecure about the fact that he hasn't trained anyone before. And he's had a couple moons to figure out what he wants to do with Sunnypaw. But now that Sunnypaw is okay, his abilities as a mentor is going to be put to the test. And Bloomrise is insulting that? Honey, don't do this. Pumpkinpaw vents about something trivial to Bloomrise. Eagle Dawn and Bloomrise bring each other prey. Okay. So, Pumpkin, and I think, you know what? I don't think Bloomrise realized that I think she was making a joke about Eagle Dawn not being a good mentor, and she didn't realize that was one of his insecurities, which he took really badly. And then Pumpkinpaw came to vent to her, maybe about last episode, because in the last episode, Fawn Nest let Eagle Dawn supervise Pumpkinpaw for the patrol while he went on his own. And maybe Pumpkinpaw felt that Eagle Dawn had a bit of nervousness that her mentor and her uncle didn't. And so she was venting about it to Bloomrise, and then Bloomrise suddenly realized that, oh, that's an insecurity of his, like, I shouldn't have said what I said. And so they were both bringing each other prey later on, as I think Bloomrise asking for an apology and Eagle Dawn forgiving her for saying that. Oh, that's kind of cute. Pumpkinpaw had a disagreement with her younger brother Sunnypaw about something or other. Pumpkinpaw is gossiping with Eagle Dawn about Grandmaster Bluestar and Fawn Nest. Okay. Sunnypaw notices how Eagle Dawn is being helpful around camp. I mean, that's his mentor, his older cousin, so that's kind of nice. Snappaw and Pumpkinpaw have a long conversation about what they want their warrior names to be. Oh, again, these two sisters. We talked about it before, but they, ever since they were kittens, have been arguing but also defending each other, so that's kind of cute. Well, with that said and done, let's move on to the next thing. Let's see what's going on in the cat list. Grandmaster Bluestar is assessing some fledglings. Master Quiet Flight is wondering what it would be like to be Grandmaster. Okay, well, Quiet Flight, that is a very bold idea you have about a future that might be very far away. Sunnytail mixes up herbs, probably for his daughter, help her get back on track. Ibis Freckle is worried others are judging her. I mean, she did have a bit of an exchange with her mother, which wasn't a negative one, but she was finally acknowledging that she notices her mother trying to keep Snappaw away from her, and she feels her mother is being more judgmental than she ought to be. Fawn Nest wishes he could take the day off. Bloomrise is giving some advice to Pumpkinpaw. Eagle Dawn is itching to run. Snappaw feels nervous about an upcoming assessment. Yeah, this totally makes sense. She's worried about falling behind. Pumpkinpaw is looking forward to finding more prey as the snow melts. Sunnypaw is wondering what living with two legs must be like, and Burnleaf is thinking about a strange two-leg object he saw recently. Okay. Oh, guys. Snappaw has become bold. She's gone from being cold to bold, which is just like her mentor Quiet Flight. Quiet Flight is bold. Oh, I think the way the events are panning out is just absolute perfection, because we were saying that Quiet Flight is getting through to Snappaw in shaping her away from being a heartless sort of vampire like her mother. And the fact that she stepped in to save her grandmother from a fox and got injured in the process proves this. And then we see evidence because her trait or her personality has changed to bold. But how are the youngsters going in terms of rankings? Oh. Snappaw has 21. Pumpkinpaw has 18 and Sunnypaw has 8. Are you kidding me? Snappaw is still ahead of all of her siblings. She is not letting go of that title of princess. She refuses to. She's injured, but I think she's determined to get better. She's not going to let her sister get a one-up on her, or her brother. Okay, well, that is all we have for the cat list. And now for our patrols. We currently have 58 prey and we need 25. We'll send off Sunnytail first off to see what he finds. Sunnytail notices that the moss in the medicine cat den is getting old. He needs to go and gather some more. Proceed. Sunnytail quickly makes his way to the best moss patch he knows. He spends a bit of time slicing bits off with his claws, careful not to get any roots or dirt in the pile. Once he's satisfied, he takes a moment to wrap his jaws around the heap, then make his way back to camp. Moss was gathered, and then we're going to have our patrol. So let's see what the arrangement is going to be this time around. Oh, okay. Eagledon. So, Full Nest obviously has his apprentice with him, his sticking close to Pumpkin Paw. Quiet Flight does not have her apprentice Snapple with her today because Snapple is in recovery. And apparently Eagledon has asked Quiet Flight to help supervise or mentor Sunnypaw in his first patrol. And Quiet Flight has said, okay, but I'm going to be asking you to go out on your own then. Interesting. I'm a little bit worried about Eagledon because we were kind of saying that he does have some insecurities about whether or not he's going to be a good mentor. And despite the practicing that he's been doing the past couple of episodes, it feels like he is escaping a little bit. He's trusting Quiet Flight with his apprentice more than his trusting himself. Well, we'll see how this goes. And then we have Bloomrise and Blue Star. I wonder if Bloomrise is gonna notice that she said something insensitive to him, which he took really badly. And yes, they did make up, but then he chose not to take Sunnypaw out on a patrol. And I wonder if that's gonna make her feel a little bit guilty. Let's go ahead, send them out. Legends tell of the first clan cat that, upon her death, created the stars above and below. Proceed. As the first cat to ever pad through the stars, Silverpelt decorates her fur with the gleaming souls of fallen warriors to keep her company in StarClan. Okay, so it was a training session, but it also kind of was story time, which was, I think, a very relaxing sort of patrol for Sunnypaw to be on, which is quite nice. And then we're sending out Eagledon on his own. This convinces me even more. Eagledon thinks about the dream he had last night. Was it sent by StarClan? Proceed. It definitely distracts him from his training, but Eagledon uses the time by himself to put his thoughts in order. It was a sign from his ancestors. Now he needs to figure out what to do next. I hope this was some sort of encouragement for him to take charge and try your best. You know, give yourself a chance to be a mentor and be a good mentor this time around. But guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.